What was your relationship with money?
Athini, it started with Edgar's. I opened Edgar's clothing account. I went to Foshini. And then before you know it, I had a credit card. This is that I made. Because when I got to grade 12, I had a different circle of friends that were not career driven. It's crucial because they can make you,
or destroy you. Hi darlings, welcome back to another episode of Black Child It Is Possible. It's your girl Athini Mayekiso. Thank you for coming, my darlings. If you are new here, hi darlings, and I hope you subscribe. If you are my day one, my regular, hi babe, I hope you are good. So guys, today we have our special guest. Waziwa ngoba Mr. Dopolo, but yena Nomzamo Tsoloane. She studied BEd majoring with EMS. She teaches grade 8 to grade 12 accounting and EMS. Oh my gosh. Hi Misty.
hi guys.
Thank you for coming, girl.
Thank you so much. Me.
I'm really honored because namhlanje it's Saturday, right? Yes. You should have done any indo, but you chose to come and speak to my people and motivate us, girl. We're here to learn. Thank you so much. So, Misty, I see a perfect picture of yourself. I don't see anything, I don't know anything about you, but this picture, perfect, of human being. Can you please tell us, who are you, Misty? Just tell us about yourself.
So I am a wife, a mother of 2 girls, a child of God, and a firstborn of the 5 girls that we are at home.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you are a firstborn.
Yes.
Hey, a firstborn is fun.
Firstborn.
Firstborn. But anyway, Misty, can you please, girl, tell us about your upbringing? Yes. Are you the only one who's educated at home, or are you not the only one who's educated?
Okay. I was brought up by both my parents, my mom and my dad, and my siblings, my sisters. As I said, I'm the firstborn of the 5 girls. We are 5 girls at home. We grew up in a farm. Me and my sister, the one that comes after me, mostly. We grew up in a farm. It was an egg and chicken farm. So we stayed there for years. I stayed there for years. I studied at a primary school. It was also in one of the farm areas, but very far from where I was staying. So I was traveling with the bus. So every day I would wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. In primary school we walked about 30 minutes and then we'd catch a bus and then it would drive more or less an hour. And then in junior secondary I would walk 1 hour straight from home to the bus stop, not even from home to school, from home to the bus stop, and then thereafter the bus would pick us up and then it would drive us to Paarl. So the farm that I used to stay in is on the way to Mamasbury, so it was quite far. And in terms of being the first one or the only one well educated, back then I remember when I was in primary school, I asked my mother, Mom, who is educated in this family, especially my father's side of the family?
Yeah. Who is
educated or who was educated? My mother said to me, there is no one who's well educated. Yes, they went to high school, but I think it was only my uncle who reached grade 12.
Oh, okay.
No one else. He reached grade 12, but that was it. So, and then I said, but was there like no one, like when you go way back in the family history? Then she said no. And then I said to her, I was in standard 5, I said to her, you know what, I'm going to be the first one.
Yes, girl.
And Athini, I don't want to lie to you, my dad was my motivator. Wow. He was my pillar. My dad would tell me, he would sit down with me. You know, me and my dad would, like, he was not my friend. Like, even if we drive together, Like, always keep quiet, because we didn't have that father-daughter relationship like other people have today.
Okay.
But I had nothing against him. He had nothing against me. It's just that, you know, when we were growing up, circumstances were different, times were different, you know. You keep that level of respect, those boundaries, they were there. But the one thing, when it came to education, he sat down with me and then he would tell me, listen, my girl, I want you to be well educated.
Wow.
Reason being, number one, just in case we pass away, then you can take care of your siblings.
Actually, that was true.
Yes, you can take care of your siblings. Or if you pass away early in life and you are not yet something, or you have not yet made something of yourself, but at least education.
Actually, Misty, I was about to ask, like, what was your motivating towards your school and going to school early in the morning, working 8 hours, because actually now I have that background of going to school and it was, sometimes I would get demotivated, hey? Sometimes I had my grandmother who used to tell me that, girl, you need to study. You need to go to school. And imagine, Misty, sihamba ngenyawo kuyanetha. Afike esikolweni, Misty, umanzi, you still wet. Yabo. Bangathi isikolo sizawuphuma pha ngo-5. Imvula iyaphinda iyanetha. Yabo. So you get warm xa ulele. Yabo. You just get warm. You know that early in the morning you're just gonna wake up, it's rain, it's all day. Uzoba manzi nje. So I was like, okay, so I need to study.
Yes.
And I have to, like, I can't just waste this time. Dinetwe mahala. I was like, no, I can't share. Actually, linyansile xhobazana. Actually, linyansile xhobazana. Even though Mr. Nkoma sometimes, is it worth it though? Like,
it makes sense.
Is it worth it? So I'm glad you didn't go by, like, your dad was your motivation. And even at school, like, you had your other friends that were motivating you, and some of them were not that motivating towards you and towards your career.
Yes. You know, Athini, it's like when you're being disciplined, you don't know the benefits of discipline when you are young. But it's very important to, like, it's like you're giving life. So that was what my father did. He gave me life. And yes, like the circle of friends that I had, that we grew up with in the farm, all of us, all my friends, there's no one who doesn't have, who didn't graduate.
Yes, girls.
So it's possible. It is possible. You must just have your mindset in the correct places. So my father, like, he motivated me, actually. You know, he would say to me, you must be well educated, my dear, just in case you get married one day and then your husband decides to abuse you. Because he told me that, you know, men at your age, like your age group, men, they don't want someone who's uneducated. You have to be well educated so that when things don't go right, if you decide to pack your bags and go, then you pack your bags and go, because you can make it without him. You are not. You won't stay in the relationship because you don't have anywhere else to go or you don't have anything else to do. So my father was my motivator. Even to this day, he's asking me, why am I not studying?
Sure.
Why am I wasting
my time? Your father though. He's obsessed with education.
He is, because you know what, actually, he would tell me that back in the day, standard 6 was the highest. Like, if you had standard 6, you were well educated.
Sure.
But then came grade 12 and then standard 6 was nothing. And then now, if you look today, even these are his words. He says today, like the minimum qualification, if you're looking for a job, is grade 12. You must have grade 12. It's not easy to get a job for someone who does not have grade 12. And what he's telling me is that my child go back to school because in future a degree will be nothing. What if they say, in order to sweep the streets, you must have a 4-year degree
You sure?
qualification. So education, he was my motivator. You must be well educated. So my father was my motivator, and the circle of friends that I had. The circle of friends that I had in the farm, we motivated each other. So the choices that I made in my early life affected in a way the life that I'm living today. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so Misty, many people, and including me, like I was confused about what do I want. I was confused. I wanted to be everything, So now, Misty, like, what motivated you to become a teacher? And you love it.
Oh my goodness, Athini. What motivated me to become a teacher, to be honest with you, is because I had no choice.
Oh.
It's not like I wanted teaching. Teaching was the lowest career in our opinion back in the day. I see now, today, many young people, they opt for teaching. They actually want to teach. I became a teacher because I had no choice. Reason being, when I was in grade 12, my results did not meet the requirements of the career choice that I wanted. Because of my choices that I made. Because when I got to grade 12, I had a different circle of friends that were not career driven.
Okay.
That didn't have goals for themselves. The only thing they were thinking about is money. So money was their appeal, was their everything.
Okay.
So when we were chatting, it was always about money. So they would do anything for money.
Sure.
So they motivated me in a way, and I had a choice to leave them, but I chose not to.
You chose.
So I actually wanted to become a chartered accountant. After, when I got to high school, I remember I said when I was growing up I wanted to become a scientist because there were very few scientists. But when I got to high school, the science department was full. So I either had to go to the social science department, the humanities, or I had to go to the commerce department. And I knew that I didn't want to do history at all. So I told my father that I don't want to do history. And then he said to me, okay, if you don't want to do history, then go to the commerce department.
Okay.
So when I got to the commerce department, I wanted to become a chartered accountant.
Yes, CA.
Because everyone who does accounting wants to become a chartered accountant. Even though I did not know what does a chartered accountant do for a living, but I knew that was the highest.
You wanna be there?
Yes. If it's big, like our life goals was that achieve the highest thing in life.
Achieve the highest.
The highest thing. If the highest thing in life is to become a CEO, then I want to become a CEO.
Wow.
So that was our ultimate goal. I never thought about anything else, but now I'm in grade 12. My results have dropped drastically. The only subject that did not drop at all was accounting.
Oh.
But now there must be a balance.
Yeah.
There must be that balance.
Yeah.
So my maths, I was doing maths higher grade. Yes, I was passing my maths, but not like the way that I used to, because we had a choice of doing higher grade or standard grade. So my economics was bad.
Sure.
My economics.
And other subjects.
And business economics. Business economics was okay because you just had to study, and I didn't like studying. I was a huge fan of counting. So that's why that's why I didn't also have a challenge with mathematics.
Okay.
Because it's numbers. It's not like words I have to study. I have to memorize. So my results dropped. I failed, especially economics. I failed term 1. I failed term 2. I failed term 3. Even worse, term 3 I got H for eco.
Sure. I
was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I didn't show my report at home. And it's not because I got H because I was stupid. It's because I was not attentive. I didn't care. I didn't care what was happening.
Yeah.
I knew that this was my last year of schooling.
Sure.
I can't wait to get out of a school uniform. So those are my
I
thoughts.
know that. I know that whereby you like, I can't wait to leave this place. I just can't wait. And most of grade 12, they tend to focus on this subject is in like this subject
Yes.
forgetting that they have to check all your subjects.
There must be balance. You must focus on all of them. So I focus on my accounting, and the other thing is liking a teacher. And if you like the teacher, you will study that subject.
Yeah.
And if you don't like the teacher, you won't focus on the learning area. So my results dropped up until, and then I didn't show my report, and then my dad said, "What is happening? We have never hidden your results from us. Whatever it is that you are doing, you need to change." You see, that helped me a lot, Athini, because my parents, they were involved.
Wow.
So it is possible.
It is.
It is possible if you are focused and your parents are involved. And even if they are not involved or they are not there, you have your grandmother.
Yeah.
You have, if you have a good circle of friends, it is possible.
I have a good circle of friends.
You see?
Another time. Even the time whereby I'm like, you know what? It's just annoying me. Yeah, but I don't think I can do it. But the circle, I had my friend Usigisa, she will tell me that Islam, we need to start this with we need to start, we need to live in rurals. We need to be these girls, we need to study. Yeah. So she'll push me, and now mama, she's at the lowest. Did girl, we need to leave this place. And for us to leave this place is through education. So that is what motivated us. Yeah. So that was my babe at that time. Yeah. Even now we're still motivating each other. Yeah. So at least it's settled. It's
very important.
It's very important.
And actually it's crucial. It's crucial because they can make you
or destroy you.
So my results are not good. I failed from term 1 to term 3. So now my dad spoke to me, and then I had to change, because he said to me, "You've never hidden the results from us. What is going on?" Then I realized, Athini, no, this is wrong. I have a choice. This is the last that I can prove myself that no, I am worth success.
Yay!
So after he spoken to me, I studied, and then I started applying again, because I was also demotivated. I remember on the 31st of August, that was the last day actually of applying at CPUT. I applied for education. Because Mr. Montsana, who's now my colleague, advised me. So he was a grade 12 coordinator. He would walk around and chat with us, and then he would ask, "What are you doing next year?" Some would say, "No, I'm taking a gap year, and then I'm doing whatever, business management, so on and so on." And then he came to me and then he asked, "What are you doing next year?" I said to him, "I don't know, because I've been rejected at all the institutions that I applied for." And then he asked me, "What did you apply for?" Then I told him I applied for Bicom accounting, I applied for this, for that. And then he said to me, "Have you ever thought about doing teaching?" I said, "No. Why would I want to do teaching?" And then he said, "Why not?" I'm like, "I go to Sharon." Who wants to become a teacher? Because in my mind, teaching was the lowest career ever. So I undermined education. I looked down on teaching. So, but then he said to me, "If you're not going to do teaching, what are you going to do? You're going to take a gap year." And I was like, "No, I don't want to stay at home." I knew, Athini, if I'm taking a gap year, I'm not going to go back. So I thought about it, and I was worried that, what is my dad going to say when I tell him I'm thinking of doing teaching?
And in Angam, you don't want to take it.
I don't want to take a gap. I want to be at school. I want to be at varsity.
Again, no, go inside.
So the whole day I was thinking, what am I gonna say at home? But then, I told him, Dad, I'm thinking of doing teaching. And then he kept quiet.
And I knew that I was about to go down.
He didn't answer me, and
It didn't sit well with him.
I knew, man, that was the wrong thing that I said. And then the following day, which was the 31st, he was like, come, we're going to apply for you. Where? CPUT for education. Today is the last day. You know, my dad was so involved. He knew when is the application going to be open, at which institution, when is it going to be closed, because he wanted this for me. He wanted me to become someone, and he wanted me to be a leading example, you know, for my siblings, for my sisters, so that they can, when he speaks with them, he can say, look at your sister.
Wow, Misty.
Nifuzeban.
Yay!
It was so quick. I remember I went back to Mr. Mutsana and I said, Mr. Mutsana, I got accepted at CPUT for education. And I'm gonna teach accounting.
Yes, girl.
I was doing accounting. I was doing.
And you loved it.
I loved accounting. Athini, when I started in grade 10, when I was doing accounting for the first time, my subject teacher, he called me and then he asked me, I was repeating grade 10. I said, no, I'm doing it for the first time. I'll get 50 out of 50. 100 over 100.
I was scared. You were a clever girl.
No, it's because I loved. I think I had a relationship with money that I did not know I had. Yeah, I think I had. I just didn't know it back then.
Okay.
So I got accepted. My father paid registration fee. Even before I wrote my final exam, he paid the registration fee.
Wow.
So that's where the teaching journey started. But in my mind, I was like, okay, this is just for me to enter university. Next year,
you're gonna change. You're gonna change. Now,
and then, sorry to interrupt. And then my father would say, and then now he came back saying to me after I was accepted and he paid. He said, you know what? Minister Naledi Pandey was also a teacher.
Oh man!
I think that she was the first black lady. I think she was the first woman to be in, what was her name?
In politics.
No, she was to be a leader. Here in Naledi Pandey, it's not her. So
Yes.
Nomzamo. He said, also Pumzile was the first. Was a teacher before she did what she was doing, and then he also mentioned other people that I don't know about that. Man, you don't know, next year I'm changing this.
You're changing, girl.
I'm changing this.
Little did you know.
Yeah. You can motivate me, but
you're changing.
And I was young, and age allowed me to change if I wanted to change, you know. So yeah, that's where the teaching journey started. From, yes.
Okay. Now, Misty, you are a teacher.
Yes.
Please take me back, or take us back to your first year of being employed. What was your relationship with money?
Ooh, girl, I think I must take you back to varsity. I think I'll take you back to varsity.
Alright.
First year of university, my mother is saying to me, you need to open a student account.
Sure.
You're like, no, why would I do that? I don't want debts. But you have to have clothes. We don't have money to buy you. You must look presentable. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. Look at you. Woolworths came when I was in standard what, and then they took their, what do you call that thing? Room divide.
Room divide. Room divide.
Yeah, no, you want me to be dead.
At least you had an experience and you saw what happened. So you were like, I don't want to go there because you were.
And then the bank comes. They come and raid you at home. We're going to come and fetch the 200 because they're not paying on time. I don't. I said, no, I don't want this. Look at you. I was not being I was not being disrespectful. I'm like, I will mama look at you. Again, I don't. But she made me open the account anyways.
She persuaded you or she forced you?
No, she convinced me.
Oh,
She convinced me, you need this account. It's a need. Every day you must change. You're no longer wearing school uniform. You must change clothes. You must do this. You must look presentable. You must not be the old potato. So I was convinced. Ooh, Athini. It started with Edgar's. I opened Edgar's clothing account. I went to Foshiki. Oh, and then before you know it, I had a credit card. And I was in
you are still a student.
I was still a student.
Sure.
First year, but fortunately the second year, I got a bursary from Zalushak. Because, I kept on studying very hard. And I stayed in education, I didn't neglect it. Then I got a bursary by the grace of the Lord. So I had money, Now I can have these clothing accounts. But before you know it, the girls somehow didn't pay the accounts. Not all of them. I paid some of them. Now I was in arrears.
You were deep in Takabao.
I think I was also listed at, was it Credit Bureau?
You are still a student.
Because I was not working, I was a student.
Sure, though.
And my bursary changed. The first money that I had, I gave it to my parents. Then the second money, then I spoiled myself. But I didn't care to pay the accounts because I knew next time when I change, I'm gonna buy myself clothes.
Okay.
Because our change was divided twice a year. Maybe I'll have 15,000. Mind you, I've never had 15,000. I would have 15,000 rand, and then I'll send whatever I'm sending home. Then I'll buy myself clothes. I'll buy my sister's clothes, and then same thing would happen for the second time. So it was before June and after June. So I didn't pay my account. I was in arrears. When I started working in year one, I was already in debt.
Sure.
I was already in debt, so I had to start paying off my debts.
Okay.
So I paid off my debt. That was quick. Because it was about, I think it was 400, 500, but I was not paying.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was quick. Then for almost the rest of the year, I was debt free, and it was so nice, Athini. And that was the only year I did not have debt.
What are you saying?
That was the only year that I missed those months. I was debt free. From December 2012, I wanted to give my father the car.
Yes.
So I bought him a car, and I gave my mother some money to fix our home in the Eastern Cape. But since then, I was in debt. I had a bad relationship with money, I suppose. But I didn't see it back then because I always had money. Even though I was making loans, but my pocket was full.
So, Misty, do you have any improvement for
now?
Yeah.
Now I have improved, girl.
Yes,
I have improved.
Yes.
Even,
you must not stay.
Yes. You must not
need to
stay.
move.
I've improved. I've improved a lot. I've got my savings at places like Old Mutual, Metropolitan. Those kind of savings.
Okay.
Because I'm still struggling. Money is no longer burning my pockets now.
Hey, wait now.
Because back then it used to burn my pockets and I can pay.
And you get what, Tisha?
Right.
But it's payday. Teachers are getting paid. And now we are going home early because they are going to town.
For no reason.
Is it?
No, it's for no reason, to be honest, because the money is in a bank account. It's not good. It's not like it's gonna vanish. The debit orders went off 12 o'clock midnight already. So I don't know.
I don't know what is this excitement like, especially from you guys, from teachers. And I feel like each and every school has same thing. Each and every school has same thing with teachers. Get paid days. Teachers, they can't wait to go to town. And it's kind of like even they are working, but
They don't
with
like us.
teachers,
I wonder. I don't know, Athini. I don't know. Maybe it's a stress reliever.
You guys are stressed, eh?
Yeah, kids are too much sometimes. Because we work with different people with different attitudes, with different problems. We teachers go through a lot, and I feel like no one seems to take note of that. The parents, they complain a lot about their own kids, So, but we have to endure that. So, I don't know. So, I did not have, but now I've improved. I'm saving differently than an ordinary person would save. I'm also an ordinary person, but my savings are different. And I'm learning about money now. I've learned that money is a relationship. If you have a relationship, maybe it's you and a husband, you respect that relationship. You must also have a relationship with money. You must respect money.
Sure.
Money needs to be respected, and then money will respect you back.
No.
Money must feel safe
Around you.
Yeah. But it's not bad for you to spend your money, but money must feel like I can rest with Athini, If I stay here today on the 1st, at least I have a home until the 25th.
I don't know about that.
So, yeah, money is a relationship.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So Athini. Okay.
So my money relationship has improved a lot, and I read a lot of finance books that I can relate to. Relevant. Spending, saving, budgeting. All those things I'm learning. And one of my favorite YouTubers here in South Africa is Mabalo Mako. She is, in my opinion, when it comes to money, she's the best. So she has helped me a lot, and Maya Fisherman, she has helped me. They've helped me a lot, yes.
Wow. So Misty, now, like you've made bad decision about money, and I'm not sure nobody you regret about those bad decisions, or you don't. But what I want to know is that what is your biggest or your greatest bad decision about money? Just give me one bad decision that you made about money.
I think let me rather give you two.
Okay, I'll forgive you.
Okay, one is the greatest one is investing without knowledge.
Okay.
Because I once invested and then I made a loss instead of generating a profit.
Sure.
So it's crucial for you to do your research and teach yourself about investing, savings, and all those things. The other thing that I would say is my regret is, taking out a loan just for the sake of having money in your pocket. Just because
it's like a wallet.
Yeah, just for you to have, bank balance formula.
With debt.
Yes.
Misty.
Just for fun.
Nah.
Just for entertainment. Just for you to entertain your bank account. Because you're not entertaining anyone.
So you are not withdrawing that money and using it?
No, I do use it for nonsense.
You can elaborate?
Like, for example, I would use it to go to a restaurant. Or buy 150 rands worth of lip gloss. Or buy it, for nothing. For minor issues. So, Mr. Uti, your two greatest is investing without knowledge and taking out a loan for nonsense.
Sure. But you've improved on that.
No, I've stopped.
That's why it's really regret. You've stopped.
I've stopped. And it's not worth it.
It's not. It's not. You must just stay in your lane.
Yeah, run your own race at your own pace. Stay in your own lane.
You're the only one who has.
Yeah, and I mean, who are you competing with?
peer pressure ntombi sifuna ufaka nathi sibone uba ya
And then when you are in debts, no one helps you to pay them off.
ntombi.
So, run your own race, dear, at your own pace.
So Misty, from your background, you told us that it was not easy, and you had your dad,
Yeah.
but it was not easy. So Misty, now you are this Miss Dopolo.
Yes.
So Gustavo-san, can you please tell us, because we can see that you are inspired girl. Like there's something that is pushing you, or there's something that is like holding you to stand still. Can you please tell us what are your inspiration? Who is inspiring you? Anything, Jane, inspiration like is a life.
Pinterest is one of mine. The app Pinterest, like Pinterest brings the best out of me.
Yes.
And you know, in terms of people, it's people like Mapalomako, Maya Fisherman, but my ultimate favorite of them all is Les Brown.
Wow.
And Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Yes, and Eric Thomas. You should actually check them out. They're very, very good.
Okay.
I think anyone can relate to them. And you know, anything that is positive inspires me. Anything that brings the best out of a person inspires me. You know. And I know about technology today. I would say yes, there are disadvantages, but you know, like there are YouTubers who motivate you.
Yeah.
You know, there are people who take you back to the roots, and then you realize that you know what, life hasn't passed me by. I can still make it.
Wow.
And what I love about this generation is that now yes, you must be educated, but it's not like back in the day when education or finding a job was the only thing in life. You can create your own job.
Wow.
You can be your own boss.
Yes, girl.
You know? So those positive things in life inspire me.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Alright, Misty. So you stay in the location and you are a teacher.
Yes.
Yes, a location. And you know the environment.
Yes.
So, and you know the environment as a school. Obviously, you know how it feels like with a location. So, Misty, schooling, you are in a class. You can see up in schooling like there are kids who are motivated, there are kids who are not motivated. Sometimes teachers tend to say that they don't want to do anything. They potential, but I don't know what is wrong with this kid. I don't know what is wrong with this kid. So it's not about they lack motivation or they are affected by environment. So Misty, what can you tell parents or kids who are staying in Lokshin, who are demotivated about dreams, like who doesn't see them? Sometimes they will see them because you guys are teachers, you guys deliver a lot to our kids at school. Like you are doing change. Like that is why in Tiamuguti it is very important as a teacher to make sure that in like you don't just say it, they take it. It's either you building that child or you breaking that child. And when you can just take it lightly, that I will do. And then Lamtana will ingam break or what do you know what? When like you are doing great, task one, right. So go Miss Tim, what can you tell parents, or kids about for a parent side? What can you tell them about support towards towards their kids about parenting?
The only thing I can say to the parents for now, if you're a parent watching, be present in your child's life. Motivate your children. Check their books. Ask them questions. Be involved. You know what parents say? Athini, ndiyasebenza. Msebenzini. But this is your child. This is your responsibility. Yes, you have to go to work. Yes, you have to do whatever else that you have to do. But make time for your children. Motivate them. Encourage them. Speak positive things. Speak life into your child. Especially girls. Positive. They don't have to hear that from men. So you find out our girls trust men more than they trust, women, because women don't say these things to them. Especially if you're a parent, if you're a child, like it's your own child, they need to hear it from you because God gave you this child to take care of. And for the kids, you must respect, honor your parents, and it shall be well with you. You must have goals. You must choose the right circle of friends. We all have a choice in life. So make sure that the circle of friends that you choose, they bring the best out of you. Don't choose a friend who say, no. Choose a circle of friends that they bring the best out of you, and then also appreciate your parents and then honor them. If they say they don't have, your situation, study for yourself so that you can become the parent that your mother was or your father was not to you. And it's possible. It is possible. Success is not for white people, for black people, for Indians, for colors, whatever. Success is for everyone once.
No matter the circumstances.
No matter what, it is for everyone. And you have to make the change. If you want things to change, then you have to change how you do things.
Yes.
Change begins with you.
Yes. The way I am so inspired. First of all, thank you so much, Misty, for your time. Thank you very much. Ngowenze enye into, but you chose to be here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Also, guys, if you have any other question that you would like to ask Misty, please comment down below, especially if it's all about the careers, money, how to stay out of debt, if you are struggling, peer pressure and all that. So please make sure that you leave your comment down below. She's gonna come for you guys. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye, darling.
Bye.